if you have a Fiat 500, especially the Abarth, possibly you have the same frustration I have, which is anytime this vehicle is parked for a few days, we get this condition right here. So you can see we have a good battery. Status of health is 100%, but status of charge is down to 51%, 12.31 volts. And you know, we're confirming that close enough with a second meter, a digital multimeter. I'm moving the pen with my other hand is why that jumped around, but we're confirming that with a second meter that this thing just sitting still, granted very cold weather, but sitting still for a few days, that charge has come down quite a bit. So I'm suspicious of a parasitic draw, and I'm going to show myself if that's what's going on, and if so, show you guys how to test for that as well. Here we're confirming the parasitic draw. I might have said parasitic charge earlier, but parasitic draw obviously is what I meant to say. But here we are confirming that. So we've taken the negative terminal off our battery. Car is at rest, engine off, key is actually out. So we know the key's not on. And we can sit here and see typically around 1.5 amps of draw. So that is the root of what's taken our battery down when we're not present, when the car's just sitting parked. And I don't have time to troubleshoot the whole situation today, but I've been suspicious of this and just wanted to prove it to myself with a quick test. And now that I've tested for it quickly, I'm also going to show you a remedy I'm going to use in the meantime until I have an opportunity to troubleshoot and locate the source of the draw, which can be a time-consuming process, and I'll update you when I'm done with that as well. But meanwhile, I'm going to show you a temporary workaround. What I'm going to show you here is a workaround, not a permanent solution. We want to come back and find that parasitic draw on another day when we have time to pull fuses and chase problems, but not today. Today we just want to be able to park the car, walk away, and not worry about the battery going dead for when we need it. So we've added a pigtail, and it begins up here. So we have a ring terminal to our positive, we have a ring terminal to our negative, and this is fused. And the pigtail, I have just traced it down and looked for an escape that'll get me out underneath the hood. I'll show you why in the next video. So this gives us an SAE connection. This is just plug to plug right here. And follow that line over to and the battery tender that I use for my motorcycle. So what we're going to do is share the battery tender between the bike and the Fiat for a little while. You can get battery tenders that will feed multiple devices at once, and maybe that's something I need to do. But for right now, I'll share them, swap them back and forth. But the battery tender hooked up here is already improving our situation. We tested just a moment ago, and I'll show you guys a test here. So if we bring this positive lead on, the negative's already attached right there. And you can see I've already brought this battery up to 12.75. It's just sitting there, you know, steadily clicking away and gaining charge. There's 7.6. So this will just slowly charge the battery to full. And then because the battery tender is intelligent, unlike a trickle charger, which would overcharge your battery and harm it, unlike that, a battery tender is intelligent. It'll cut itself off at 100% charge, and everything will be good to go without damaging the battery. We'll just keep the battery strong, keep this parasitic charge from drawing our battery down and ruining it. So yeah, I will show you in a minute what this looks like closed up, and we'll see if my little escape hatch there works the way I hope it will when the hood's shut. Being careful, I was able to get the hood closed with this in place, and I can pull this back and forth, which tells me I'm not kinked or crimped. It's sliding well on that jacket, so it's under some pressure, but we're not cutting jacket. We don't have any safety issue right there, and the hood is definitely latched firmly. So we're good to go right here. Now we can plug the vehicle in and out to its charger as we wish. This way the Fiat can stay easily topped off until I get some free time to pop fuses and chase down that draw. Whenever that happens, I'll show you guys how that took place and what the outcome was.